Greetings, you're with your host, the Garrison, and welcome to the fight for truth. And today we're going to be talking about the issue of why a lot of black men are turning to Islam. And recently there was a shocking incident that took place in Woolwich, actually here in London. And it was about basically this young man that he attacked a British soldier. It was two of them actually. We're just going to focus on the one guy. And he attacked a British soldier and he killed him. And this was his way of retaliating to a lot of the brutality that the British military has been inflicting upon his people. And you have to understand the backdrop to this, because there's a movement where a lot of black folk feel that the Bible is a white man's book and Christianity is a white man's religion, which when you study into it, that's just false. Because if anything, the Christians from the Dark Ages and before and prior, even going all the way back to the times of Ethiopia, because you have to remember that the Ethiopian eunuch, he went back after he met Philip, he went back to Africa, he took the received text with him and he shared that message with a lot of the people, even in Ghana, before the coming of the white man. The people there had the scriptures, and they even kept the 7-day Sabbath and things like that. That's why in Ghana the white man is called Kwesi Bromi. Kwesi means Sunday, and it means the person that brought Sunday. So this is history that a lot of people don't know about. That Christianity was, even in Ethiopia, was already established there before the coming of a white man. So the Bible is not a white man's book and so on. But anyway, this is the backdrop to it. So they've received this lie, and so in order to come away from it, what they've done is they've turned to something else, and that something else is Islam. Well, sadly, the funny thing is that the first religion, the first slave traders to actually come to Africa were actually the Mohammedans, or as we call them, the Muslims. And so this history they're ignorant of, they don't know. And so this is the idea, they're trying to come away from the Bible. And it's quite shocking, because when what happened was he attacked the soldier and he killed him, and in the video he basically said he's trying to fight back for his people and so on. And when I was watching this, I was a bit confused, because I know that there is the young man is Nigerian. That's his background. He's Nigerian. He actually grew up as a Christian. His parents even took him away from that area he grew up in, because they felt that he was receiving a lot of negative influences in terms of from Islam, and so they took him away from that. But he's a Nigerian himself, and I was trying to understand, because I know that there is some unrest going on in Nigeria, but it's more in the northern part, in the Hausa region. And what's happening there is that the Christians are being attacked over there, and the Muslims attacking them are not actually the Muslims from the place, but they're actually Muslims. The rumor has it they're Muslims actually creeping in from the next door neighbor country, which is Niger. And so they've created a scenario where the Muslims and Christians that have always got along are pretty much now enemies. So, but there's no British involvement there. So I was wondering, what is he talking about? And that was when it hit me that what has actually happened is this man, he's lost his identity. In his mind, he believes he's from the Middle East, and so he's fighting to protect the people, his people, he believes, that are being attacked in the Middle East by British soldiers and so on. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't support some of the things that the British government has done in the Middle East. A lot of those things are wrong, but the point is that that's where he believes he's from. And so that's why he's fighting back. Now, the sad thing about this is that the people that actually got stick for what he did were his parents, who are Christians, who are Nigerians, and pretty much Nigerians and black folk in general. But then the actual people that he was fighting to protect and that he believes are his people, they were the ones that they were approached by the media and said, were you guys the ones that radicalized this young man? They denied him totally and unequivocally, just denied him outright, and said he's just a nutter, he's crazy. And I looked at that and I thought, wow, look at that. These are the very people he believes he's part of them and so on, and they absolutely denied him. And then the people that get the blame are Nigerians and black folk in in general. And this is why it's really important to know who you are and where you come from, because this guy just lost his identity, and that's how it got him into this big mess. And so it's really important that we know where we come from. And so these are just some thoughts that I came to my mind while I was pondering about this issue. And as always, I'm the Garrison, and keep fighting for the truth. Take care.